Yo and hello everybody, Mike here, baseball collector. It is about 4:30 in the morning right now. I left my house at about 3:15, heading to the airport because today I am going to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where I am going to look at one of the craziest collections that I've ever gotten to be a part of buying. And it's just literally one of those dream collections that we all as collectors just salivate over, don't think are out there, and yet this comes up and it's pretty nuts. So I want to give you some background, tell you kind of how we got here, how I got here. Just over a week and a half ago, about 10 days ago, 12 days ago actually, I got a call from John Keating. He is That 70s Card Show on YouTube. And he said, hey, you've got to call me right now. And he FaceTimed actually, and we looked at this collection that had walked into his local card shop. And the dealer was just overwhelmed with the cards. It was so much good stuff, a lot of stuff from the 30s. And then there was a gap, and it makes sense because the guy who came and brought the collection, he said that it was his collection and his dad's collection. And so his dad collected in the 30s, stopped, and then he collected in the 60s. And so that is where that came from. So John was helping the card shop owner kind of work through it and stuff like that, and basically saying, you can't let these get out of here. You gotta get this collection. So over the next several days, it became, hey, maybe the card shop owner doesn't want to deal with this, and he would be willing to sell them to us after buying. He'll buy them from the guy, and then we'll get them secondary, on the secondary thing. And through that process, he takes some of the key cards at John's behest to go down to SGC and get them graded, because we're talking about 33 Goudeys and 39 play balls and 34 Goudeys and batter ups and all kinds of crazy awesomeness. And he does that. He goes down to Boca Raton, gets a lot of the big key cards graded. They all come back real with numerical grades except for one. And yeah, it's like, holy moly, this guy's got something really special here. And so the card shop owner ends up doing a deal with the original owner of the cards. That deal gets done. We're brought into the picture because we just want to buy it all. And the rationale for the card shop owner is he's more of a modern centric guy and doesn't know vintage crazy well, but says he wants to get into it and all that. And at the end of the day, we made a big enough offer where we just took that option off the table for him. I will tell you, we'll get into the finances of it later, but it's a well over six-figure deal. The biggest deal I've ever been a part of by a big amount. And so what I want to do today is take you guys on the journey with me, and then later on, right after this airs actually, when I compile it all together, this will be the story, and then later on we'll have a live stream where we'll get to show you guys a lot more of the cards up close, answer questions, all that fun stuff. So it should be an amazing day. It's going to be a really long day, and more details will come as we get there. I've got to fly to Philly and then meet John and go buy the cards. So that's it for now, guys. Stay tuned. Here we go. All right, so I've landed in Philadelphia. Flight was uneventful, which is exactly what you want. I got a little bit of shut eye, but I'm now on my way to this guy's house. You can say something.
Welcome to Philly.
Welcome to Philly. That's about right. Welcome to Philly. And we're in traffic, so that feels normal. John, are you excited about today?
I am. I can't wait to rip through some 81 Fleer and take all the Steve Garvey cards out of circulation.
Is there a lot of 81 Fleer?
It's 2 sets.
2 sets.
Looking for any Dennis Leonard. Hit me up.
Dennis Leonard. Well, we are on our way. The other person involved in this is Chris Sewell, baseball collector, investor, dealer. So he is meeting us at John's house. the cards are going to be coming. The rest of the cards are going to be coming to John's house. There's already quite a bit there that John has been kind enough to been working on sorting and cataloging, and he's doing a lot of work. You're a good worker, John.
I'm a good worker. Tell my boss.
I'll tell you. He's wearing a Phillies sweatshirt. I'm wearing Rangers, so yeah. Yeah.
Baseball died in 1994, so nothing after 94 counts in the record books.
So anyway.
Including that ring you wear in the Rangers.
Hey. I need to take the victories when we can. We'll see you guys from John's house here in just a little bit. Hey, Chris.
Hey, what's up, Mike?
Are you having fun yet?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's pretty
you're
fun.
having all right? Some Roger Staubach rookies.
Just a few Staubach rookies.
So I want to get your take on just being involved in this deal and start to finish what you've been thinking and how you've been the last week and a half or so that we've been talking through this.
Well, it's been getting more and more exciting each day, and it did not disappoint, for sure.
Yeah, we're here looking at the cards. We have literally, I'll show the table over here, all those boxes down there, which is 60s, late 60s, 70s, a whole table over there. And so, how'd you get brought into this deal?
Well, this guy I know, Mike Moynihan, he gave me a call, or I don't know, I guess he was just texting me about it.
Yeah.
And he was sort of chatting about it at some point, asked if I wanted to be involved, and I said, well, obviously. So, yeah, joined in and owe him big, we'll say.
No, this is going to be fun for all of us. I think a lot of people, well, why'd you get Chris involved and not Chasing Cardboard or other things? And it was because I had originally asked you to come up and just help.
Yeah, right. I mean, the collection's 2 hours from where I live.
Right.
You were flying across the country. I offered to just come up and help you price or whatever
Yeah.
you needed.
And it turned into, the deal was big enough where it made financial sense for me to spread that out, and you were more than willing to kick in a little dough. You want to show some highlights of stuff stuff you really dig that you've found so far?
Well, this stuff we all knew up front, obviously.
All the graded
Some of
stuff,
the big stuff. There's a Banks rookie and a SGC 7.
Yeah, you see those all the time, but whatever.
We got a Gehrig, 34 Gehrig SGC 4.
Okay.
And that's a strong 4, I would say. Babe Ruth 2.5, 33 Gowdy, number 1. What is this? 149.
Yeah.
I'll save the rest of the box for another video. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
This is like a random thing. Some U.S. caramels. These aren't worth a whole lot, but they're cool. From 1932. Ulysses S. Grant, Herbert Hoover, Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah, and a lot of the stuff. What's your impression of like condition, or we haven't gone through the 70s stuff yet, which we've heard is really crispy, but.
Yeah, well, the pre-war stuff is generally low to mid-grade, 2 to 3 on average, but that's much higher than most pre-war collections you run across. Most pre-war collections are authentics and ones across the board.
Yeah.
So it's strong condition for pre-war.
Yeah, it's exciting.
It's beyond exciting.
Well, I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you made the trek up, and glad you're a part of it. So
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah, thank you, man.
All right. Hey, John Keating.
Hey, I'm sorry.
You're the third. We're on a.
I'm the chaperone.
Stool. No, tripod. You're the part of the third part of the tripod.
I thought you were going to insult. You want to compliment.
No, I wanted to compliment him.
Wow.
In fact, this deal, Chris and I would agree, doesn't happen without you.
No, obviously not. Yeah.
And we're having a great time so far. Thank you for letting us into your house. Thanks for doing a lot of the work. Tell the story of why we're even here.
So a couple weeks ago, I get a call from my LCS owner, who I have a good relationship with, a very good relationship with. And he said, if you're home, get over here now. And I live about 10 minutes away. Went up there, and he was, his shop was closed. I went in, his wife was there with him. And first thing he said to me was, I hope you brought a clean change of underwear. And his wife said, all right, John's here, now I can go. It was as if his wife was there you know, just to make sure he didn't do anything crazy. So I saw the Goudies, and the first thing I thought was bleed through, and saw the 33 DeLong Gehrig, and I said, oh, I need to text somebody real quick. And I told that person, FaceTime me right now.
That would be me.
And that's Mike, and he FaceTimed me, and I said the same thing. He could see through FaceTime that the Goudies were real, legit. And
I knew instantly.
yeah. So anyway, I told the LCS owner, do not let these cards walk out the door. And then he said there was more, so I told him, go get those cards and don't let them walk out the door. So yeah, here we are about 2 weeks later, and we're like 8-year-olds again. If you've ever seen some of Chris's videos with his pictures of him as a kid with stacks of cards, that's us right
exactly
now.
What we are right
Yeah.
now.
So the fun part about this, obviously, is every time we look at these cards, we look at history and players, and there's memories and stuff like that. And there's baseball, there's football, there's presidents, there's Batman, there's the Munsters are in a box over there somewhere. Lots of fun stuff, and a couple generations of collectors, a father and a son, and we get to see each of their peak collecting time in the 30s and in the 60s. So lots of fun stuff. Of course, I'm working on 70s stuff over here while the boys are over there in pre-war land, and Mike's going through a stack of a couple hundred Bowmans and all that
I'm looking
stuff.
at 51 Bowmans. Talk about the diversity that this guy collected.
Yeah.
It's not just the mainstream stuff, right? I mean, we've got a whole
Coins.
coin bucket. Or
Essentially, what's fun about this too, not only is the history of sport, but also the history of tops. We have coins and transfers and stamps. And there's literally things I've never seen before.
Here's 69. These are all 69 transfers with the mantle on top.
Is the dude from UCLA around anywhere? Have you seen him?
No.
Check to your left there.
Jackie?
No, Lou.
Jackie went to UCLA.
No, I'm talking about 69 Tops basketball.
Oh, no, they're in...
They should be in one of those white boxes there, right in front of you,
yeah,
Chris.
that one right there.
Oh yeah.
So we shown those yet?
No, we haven't. You can talk about them.
So I mean, again, we like peak collecting for certain people, and apparently, the son at one point bought a lot of '69 basketball. There's the rulers. We have some rulers here which are insane on their own, and they're inserts. So like I said, there's a lot of history with tops, and there's a lot of history just in various sports, stamps, coins, transfers, games, decollage, scratch offs. All sorts of fun stuff here. So even a Globe import set, which is one of the, I guess, Kmart sets from like 1969. So good stuff. Here's Batman over here. Sport Kings, right? We got Sport Kings, all sorts of fun stuff. So.
Well, I don't know why I hit the friend lottery to have you call me, but I'm grateful that you did. And we made this. I think this happened very quickly.
It did, yeah.
Don't you think, Chris? Like
Very quickly, yeah.
like this all went down in a hurry, and I'm glad it all worked out for all of us. So thank you, John.
Yeah, there was a lot of. It took some time to get here, but we had to play it right, and everybody played it right. So here we are. Everybody's happy.
And now we own all these cards. We've done the deal, right?
Yep.
Money has changed hands. We now have all the cards, and now we're going through. So, thank you, sir. You're awesome.
Exactly how the Kardashians.
It is. Go ahead, Chris.
No shot sheet.
So going through some early 70s stars and looking for pulling cards to grade. Basically going to split this into 3 stacks, a Chris stack, a Mike stack, and then a grading stack. And so, like, for example, these Munsons are probably all going to be worth grading.
We have a few. Oh,
There's
that
5 of them.
maze looks
That maze
good.
is a blisteringly sharp maze. So those go into the grading stack.
Okay.
These go into the to be divvied up later stack.
Yeah, we got plenty of that too, right?
Yeah.
Is anybody going to be disappointed in this deal?
Of the 3 of us?
Yeah.
No.
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 Okay.
Maybe
Yeah.
the
So
dog. The dog doesn't get to chew up
Did you
anything.
find the other
Awesome.
two Reggie rookies in there? There's 2 Reggie rookies.
there's more than
Yes,
2.
yes, yes.
There's more than 2 Reggie rookies.
Is
There were at least 2. This makes 3.
I think there's 4 or 5. But yeah, that's what we got, right? You
Reggie
seen anything?
rookies?
Yeah.
Oh, this
Only a
card. This
few.
was the card I didn't recognize. It.
That is George C. Miller. That's
George C. Miller.
canceled George 1933. I think.
33. Nice. and some extra DeLongs. So those are duplicates from the set,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
full
just
DeLong
like
set.
just crazy
Cochran.
stuff. Yeah, full DeLong set. So,
Fresh.
all right, we'll be back later, show you more. All right, so we are midway through the day. We've been here several hours going through cards. It's been fun for Chris and I to gonna go through and sort. Our to be graded pile is gigantic, and that's what we're finding. To go over a little bit of the finances of it, actually kind of hoping Chris will do a video when we're all said and done and kind of see where we land on everything. But we paid $120,000 for the collection. I paid $80,000, Chris paid $40,000. So it's basically 2/3, 1/3 is how we're looking at it. And so Chris has already determined a lot of the values, and he's been working doing that. And where I'm most excited about is the to be graded pile. Chris, do you have any of the real bangers in the to be graded pile that I could?
Box.
Well, the whole box is full of bangers.
There you go.
Yeah, so these are 1929 Keshins. I got some help from Mangini and Dave on these. Ruth and Gehrig, these are really cool. We're gonna grade these and really just get them. They're very low pop, so who knows what they're worth? We don't really know. Here are some 69-70 basketball, including two. We're thinking PSA 7s on these, on the Alcindors. Earl the Pearl, Oscar Robertson, Havlicek rookies, Frazier, Baylor. So these are all just awesome. We've got, there's some, holy crud, some 65s, 49 Bowman, Bob Feller,
Go ahead and show you a bigger one.
52, yeah. Here's a 65 Mantle. Here's some 39 play balls. You've got Greenberg and Hubble, multiple Hubbles. Gehringer, Ruffing, I think. Yeah, red Ruffing. Some 40 play balls in here, Hall of Famers.
You got that card on top.
Oh yeah, this one on top is one for me, I hope, down the road. But you got a Greenberg rookie, 34. Gowdy, a 41 play ball Ted Williams that's literally been bent in half, but awesome nonetheless. Bunch more 40 play balls, including, two Wagners. T207 Walter Johnson. Those are awesome. Here's some T205s. You got Chief Bender, Eddie Collins, Tris Speaker. Some T206s. There's Frank Home Run Baker, Joe Tinker, Zach Wheat. All these are Hall of Famers. Evers, Mordecai Brown, Frank Chance. Yeah.
Third one.
So beautiful 56 Jackie. This is probably a 4 on the page, would be my guess. That's a Satchel Paige, 53 tops. This Lefty Grove, 33 Gowdy. It looks dang near fake. It is so gorgeous, don't you think? I mean, this.
It's a stunner.
I mean, the back is like unbelievable color. The centering's off a little bit, but that's going to be a huge card if it can grade well. And so what we're planning, our plan on these, all this box, is there a red cob in there somewhere?
It is somewhere in here.
There's so much. Sorry, I just thought you guys would like to see some of this stuff this way. We'll show it later on the live. But in 67 Yastrzemski and Cobb, okay. So here's the T206 red Cobb. Definitely OC top to bottom, but it's a red Cobb, It's a multi-$1,000 card, even in a 1, right?
That's nice.
Here's another awesome one. That's awesome. T205, Christy Mathewson. Again, probably a 1.5, maybe a 2, but still an amazing card. Just a few Reggie rookies, Some of them obviously better than others condition-wise, but that's expected. We have many Roger Staubach rookies. I've got an entire stack of 64 stand-ups. Just everybody. Mazeroski multiples, Mays, K-Line, Koufax multiples, Clemente, Hank Aaron. You know, so there's the Hank. So it's just, the funny thing is, just the stuff we've separated, we feel like we're at a break-even point. You would agree, Chris?
Yeah, I think we're just above break even.
Just above break-even, and that didn't include all of this stuff. I love quirky stuff like this. There's 1932 U.S. Caramel presidents. So there's Grover Cleveland and Chester A. Arthur and Ulysses S. Grant. You know, these are $50, $100 bills all day. Teddy Roosevelt, you know, beat up, but just super cool. I don't know, but I bet John Keating will want those.
Yeah.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
Are they in your stack? Or?
No, they're in the Chubby Swords.
Here's a 39 play ball DiMaggio. That's going to get graded. All this is going to get graded. I can't remember if I showed no, I didn't show the DiMaggio yet. There's another 39 Greenberg play ball. Here's a 48 Bowman Musial. Here's Christy Mathewson 40 play ball that's really sharp. So yeah, it's not overwhelming is not the right word, but just there's a lot here. And so we're luckily Chris and I are not shabby at doing this and enjoy doing this, you know.
That's an understatement, yeah.
Yeah. This is
What I live for.
This is the good stuff. So we're having fun, and yeah, I'll give you guys an update later, and then we'll be live tonight answering questions or chatting with you guys. So yeah, see ya. All right, so we're kind of nearing the end, and in terms of getting things sorted out, are you happy with where we got today?
Amazing, yes.
This is a pretty epic deal. There's just so much value, and there's big cards with value, and then there's tons of, how do you describe it, Chris? Like just
$10,
bulk,
$20 cards.
bulk value, $10, $20 cards, literally tons of them, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them.
Yeah.
And we still have a huge box of stuff that we're going to send into grading. The way we're going to do that is we're basically going to split it up and each send in orders every few weeks and kind of piece that over time so that it's just not this giant grading cost at once. And those will be cards that once we get them back graded, we'll decide how to split those up.
Depending on the grades, yeah.
Depending on the grades, yeah, because that could dramatically affect the value. But what a fun process. First of all, two great guys to work with. This guy over here and then numbnuts over there. Mr. Keating. No, he's been great. He's having fun with football right now.
Yeah.
Like just going nuts on vintage football.
69s.
69s you're going through now?
Cherry 69.
Cherry 69s. We are just having, there's just so much.
Yeah.
And
we were pretty efficient with this. I mean,
I think so. We got it done in basically a day.
Yeah.
So this has been an unbelievable experience. It's been, I mean, it's a Grail collection, really, because you got so many Grail cards in it. That's why we're calling it the Grail Collection. There are some, if you're a set guy that, you know, and you like some of this stuff, this would be a great collection for you. If you're, oh, John is a set guy. It's a great collection for you.
Great collection from you, man.
And what are your thoughts, Chris, as we finish up the telling of the story of today?
Yeah, I mean, total blast. Really cool. Both of you sort of pointed out, and I thought it was a great point, that it's sort of a representation of two generations of a collector. A person who's no longer alive collected in the 30s, and then their son collected in the late 60s, early 70s, and you see pockets of cards around those years and much less in between. But clearly they, you know, that's how that played out, and I want to assume that they did it together, which would make it even more of a beautiful story. And yeah, just a well preserved collection. Clearly, they loved the collection.
Yeah, they were passionate for sure, and they just took care of the stuff. So yeah, we'll be live tonight, and if you watch this later and miss the live stream and you want to go watch that, feel free. But all three of us will be live, and maybe some other special guests. We'll see who else joins in on the fun. But thank you guys for following along on this journey of this awesome day and a long day. We'll talk to you guys later. Keep collecting. Do that, yeah.